Downing Street criticized Carillion's decision to continue paying the £660,000 salary of former chief executive Richard Howson until October. Even though he quit in September, Fat Cat bosses at failed construction giant Carillion could face severe penalties if they had ripped off staff and taxpayers. Ministers warned yesterday. An inquiry into the firm's collapse may also lead to sanctions against executives if it is found they mishandled the company's pension fund. Ministers were left scrambling to shore up public services yesterday after the firm, which has 20,000 staff and 450 government contracts, went into liquidation. Firefighters in one county were even put on standby to deliver school dinners that had been provided by the firm. Amid a furious blame game, ministers came under fire after it emerged they had handed Carillion more than £1.5 billion in new contracts since it issued the first of 3 profit warnings last July. They were also accused of taking their eye off the ball. After MPS were told the key official in charge of managing the government's relationship with the firm was put on other duties between August and November last year, just as the company was collapsing, amid fears for vital public services. Cabinet Office Minister David Lightington pleaded with Carillion's public sector staff to turn up for work, saying they would be paid directly by the government. Cabinet Office Minister David Lightington pleaded with Carillion's public sector staff to turn up for work amid fears for vital public services. Pictured is the company HQ in Wolverhampton. But last night he tried to put the focus back on the firm's management, which has been accused of paying itself huge bonuses and making massive share dividend payments even while the firm was in trouble. Mr. Lightington said receivers would be conducting an inquiry into the firm's collapse. MPS was told it could lead to severe penalties for current and former directors if they were found to have caused detriment to staff, taxpayers, or the company's pension fund, which has a £580 million black hole. Downing Street also criticized Carillion's decision to continue paying the £660,000 salary of former chief executive Richard Howson until October. Even though he quit in September, Mr. Lightington said receivers would be conducting an inquiry into the firm's collapse and that it could lead to severe penalties for current and former directors. The Prime Minister's official spokesman said, "We wouldn't expect to see people benefiting from this failure, as fears grew of a substantial multi-million-pound bill for the taxpayer." Carillion said it had no choice but to take steps to enter into compulsory liquidation with immediate effect after talks to restructure its debts collapsed yesterday. Ministers turned down the last-minute request for £20 million lifeline to keep the firm afloat for longer. Mr. Lightington said it was right that shareholders and lenders bear the brunt of the pain, rather than taxpayers. Lord Adonis, former chairman of the National Infrastructure Commission, said taxpayers were likely to face a bill running into tens of millions to fund the managed liquidation. Shadow Cabinet Office Minister John Trickett, left, accused the government of being recklessly complacent, while Liberal Democrat leader Sir Vince Cable accused ministers of feeding contracts to the company. Downing Street yesterday insisted services were holding up well, but fears remain over critical sectors such as cleaning, operating theaters, school meals and prison maintenance. The Oxfordshire County Council put firefighters on standby to deliver school meals, saying no child will go hungry at school. A Labour and local authority offered Carillion a new contract worth up to £120 million days before the firm collapsed. Leeds City Council named the company as its preferred bidder to build a stretch of dual carriageway in the city, despite prominent media reports that it was on the brink of going bust. The contract was worth an initial £14 million, with options to extend it as high as £120 million. Town Hall chiefs last night said they were looking at the impact of Carillion's collapse on the project, but insisted the deal had not been signed off. In the Commons, Shadow Cabinet Office Minister John Trickett said the collapse of Carillion was a failure of the government's whole ideological system of contracting out public services. But Cabinet Office Minister David Lightington said a third of Carillion's contracts were awarded by the coalition government, with another third agreed by Labour before 2010. He said it was wrong to resort to party politics over an issue involving all the main parties. Liberal Democrat leader Sir Vince Cable accused ministers of feeding contracts to the giants to contain fears that a possible collapse may have gone to public services. Controversy focused on the government's decision to continue handing out contracts to the firm after it began issuing profit warnings last summer, including a £1.4 billion HS rail line deal. Shadow Cabinet Office Minister John Trickett accused the government of recklessly and seeking to avoid responsibility and placing the full responsibility on the company. But government sources stress that most of the new contracts were so-called joint ventures in which Carillion's business partners are now obliged to pick up the work. Mr. Lightington insisted that ministers had been closely monitoring the firm after it became clear it was running into trouble. But he struggled to explain why the official in charge of the government's dealings with the firm was rotated off to other duties for 3 months last year. Between 2011 and 2016, Carillion paid out £458 million in dividends to shareholders, despite the growing black hole in its pension funds. Last September, the firm's board changed its rules to make it harder to claw back bonuses paid to executives. Mr. Howson pocketed £1.5 million in salary, bonuses and pension payments during 2016, as part of his departure deal. Carillion agreed to keep paying him a £660,000 salary and £28,000 in benefits until October. Former finance chief Zephyr Khan, who left Carillion in September, will receive £425,000 in base salary for 12 months. Bosses who raked in fortunes as company crumbled. Chief of Ski Chalet and Historic Hall, Richard Howson, 49, lives in a £2 million historic hall in North Yorkshire. With his wife Jerry and their two sons, the handsome stone property boasts commanding views across the Dales. The couple also have a 6-bedroom ski chalet in Lone Alps, France, complete with a hot tub. Richard Howson, 49, lives in a £2 million historic hall in North Yorkshire, with his wife Jerry and their two sons. The handsome stone property boasts commanding views across the Dales. The couple also have a 6-bedroom ski chalet in Lone Alps, France. 2 years ago, Mr. Howson was criticized for an estimated £50,000 in renovation while his firm was accused of failing to fix 45,000 squalid army houses. The Leeds Polytechnic graduate worked as an engineer before joining Carillion in 1999 and becoming chief executive in January 2012. He left in September having received more than £6 million in pay and bonuses in a role. Under his contract he is due to receive a £660,000 basic salary and £28,000 benefits till his notice period expires at the end of October. Mr. Howson, like Philip Green and Richard Adams, declined to comment. The self-styled Christian capitalist, Philip Green, a £215,008-year self-styled Christian capitalist, likes to drum his noble deeds. Once telling the newspaper, the more money you've got, the more to give away. Philip Green paid £215,008-year self-styled Christian capitalist, joined Carillion's board in 2011 and has been chairman since 2014. The 66-year-old father of two has kept a 4-bedroom house outside Cape Town and owns a £1.2 million home in Berkshire, which he shares with wife Judy. The 66-year-old father of two declined to tell his interviewer how much he gets, but has enough to buy a 4-bedroom house outside Cape Town and owns a £1.2 million home in Berkshire, which he shares with wife Judy. The Wales University and London Business School graduate were backed by the pension company in 1994. after he let pension scheme money be used to buy a luxury flat at an inflated price. When he was an executive at Carillion, he joined Carillion's board in 2011 and has been chairman since 2014. Received £2.6 million in extras. Finance Director Richard Adam, the married father of 3. Lives in a sprawling £3.5 million 6-bedroom house on a private road in Hertfordshire. Finance Director Richard Adam, the married father of 3, lives in a sprawling £3.5 million 6-bedroom house on a private road in Hertfordshire. After graduating in maths at Reading University, he trained as an accountant and worked in public and private companies before joining Carillion in 2007. Mr. Adams, 60, has had up to £2.6 million in extra cash and shares since starting in 2006, according to Daily Mail calculations. In 2016 he was handed a bonus of £140,000 and long-term incentive awards worth £278,000. After leaving Carillion in December 2016, he faced the revolt from shareholders and staff when he joined the transport company's board. More than a fifth opposed his appointment. His Carillion successor Daffercon launched the review that found the financial black hole which led to last year's profit warning. Chief bonuses protected by late leave to pay policy. Chief Executive Richard Houghton, 49. Quit in September after taking home £582,000 in bonuses and long-term incentive awards last year on top of his £660,000 basic salary. But outsourcing firm Carillion introduced new rules protecting bosses' bonuses in the run-up to its collapse. The firm changed the wording of its pay policy to apparently make it harder for investors to claw back the money even if the company went under. The changes in the pay deal, revealed by the Daily Mail in September, could preserve any bonuses Carillion chiefs pocketed as the firm teetered on the brink. Chief Executive Richard Houghton, 49, quit in September after taking home £582,000 in bonuses and long-term incentive awards last year on top of his £660,000 basic salary. Finance Chief Richard Adams, 59, retired at the end of December 2016, taking home £418,000 on top of his £460,000 basic salary. Before 2016, bosses could be forced to hand back their annual bonuses and share awards in circumstances of corporate failure. But in the group's 2016 annual report the wording was clarified. It stated deferred bonuses may be reduced in circumstances of corporate failure. To say the so-called clawback provisions could be applied only to circumstances if results may be misstated or if someone was guilty of gross misconduct. Mr. Houghton has made £1.9 million in cash and share bonuses during his tenure, and Mr. Adams has had up to £2.6 million in extra cash and shares since starting in 2006. According to Mail calculations. But crucially, although they have been condemned for their role in the collapse of Carillion, the pair have not been found guilty of misconduct. Hedge fund nets £200 from firm's demise. Hedge funds were estimated to have made as much as £200 million betting on the demise of Carillion, while banks and rival firms were nursing huge losses. Traders have been heavily shorting the stock, meaning they make money when the shares fall in value or the firm collapses, since well before last year. Carillion has been one of the most bet-against stocks on the market, with around a quarter of its shares held by short sellers. Between July and last Friday, its share price fell more than 90%, sending its stock market value from just over £1 billion to around £61 million before the firm collapsed. Between July and last Friday, Carillion's share price fell more than 90%, sending its stock market value from just over £1 billion to around £61 million. Hedge fund Marshall was one of the biggest winners immediately after the firm's disastrous trading update in July, pocketing a paper profit of £19.1 million in just 3 days. The fund was co-founded in 1977 by record backer Sir Paul Marshall, 58, whose son Winston is a member of folk rock group Mumford & Sons, and Ian was 54. The pair have an estimated wealth of £505 million. Thunderbird Partners, founded by trader David Fear, 49, are estimated to have made £14.5 million during the period of Carillion's fall. Enya Capital, founded by former Goldman Sachs banker Masaro Siddiqui, 46, in July 2012, made £7.6 million as the share price plunged more than 70% within a few weeks. While many hedge funds cashed out and posted profits between July and yesterday, 12 hedge funds were still shorting the stock as of Friday, allowing them to clean up when the firm went into administration yesterday. BlackRock, the world's largest fund manager, which manages more than £4.1 trillion, had a short position as of last Friday. Mayfair-based Friday Capital, founded by former HSBC banker Daniel Martin, 54, also had a short position yesterday. Under short selling, the trader borrows shares from a broker and sells them on at current market price. They then wait for the price to fall as predicted, before buying the shares back and handing them back to the broker. The trader therefore profits the amount by which the price has fallen, minus any borrowing cost. If the firm has gone into administration, the shares become worthless. The hedge fund does not have to return them to the lender, but still has the cash from when it sold them on.